With heaviness in our hearts, we'll be taking a look at the list of Nigerian celebrities and their last 24 hours. Starting off with Junior Pope, John Paul Obuneme Odowodo, popularly called Junior Pope, was a vibrant Nigerian actor who swiftly swung into any role assigned to him in movies. Sad to say, Nigeria lost this unique actor on 10th April 2024 after an unfortunate boat accident on River Niger in Anambra State while he was traveling for a movie shoot at Asaba. The accident happened a few minutes after he made a funny video reminding the boat captain that he was the only child of his mother and he had 3 boys to take care of, which Nigerians would interpret as though he predicted his death. In a twinkling of an eye, the boat he was in collided with an oncoming fishing canoe and immediately capsided. Junior Pope happened to be among the unlucky crew members who couldn't make it as he died at a nearby herbal home where he was rushed to for rescue. He is survived by his wife Jennifer and 3 sons. Next up is Nkechi Nweje. She was a Nollywood actress so full of life. She was widely known for her wicked mother roles in movies or as a maltreated widow. She was widely loved by all, but regrettably, death took this rare gem from us just on Saturday, March 22, 2025. She died after a brief illness and is survived by her husband, Dr. Azubuike Nweje, and 6 children. Next up is Columbus Irosanga. Columbus was a Nigerian actor famous for his unforgettable roles as Igbudu in the 2001 classic Isakaba. Sadly, we lost this iconic actor in February 2025 after a brief illness. Prior to his death, he was a senior lecturer at the University of Port Harcourt Theatre Art Department. He survived by his children. Next is Onyeka Onwenu. Onyeka Onwenu was a Nigerian singer, actress, and an activist. She was indeed a highly respected Nigerian citizen due to her significant impact on African culture and entertainment. But sadly, we lost this icon on 30th July 2024 after she collapsed during Mrs. Stella Okoli's birthday celebration. She apparently performed at the event before she passed out after taking water. She was rushed to Reddington Hospital in Lagos, and despite every medical effort to stabilize her, she sadly passed away at the hospital. It is safe to say Onyeka gave us her farewell rendition at the party. She survived by 2 sons from a marriage that ended in 1984. Mohbad is next on the list. Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad, was a Nigerian rapper, singer, and songwriter from Lagos. He was well known as an artist signed under Malian Records, and his released songs were a favorite anthem for Gen Zs. Sad to say, this rising star died on September 2023 after being treated for an infection by an unlicensed nurse who was later arrested. It was also gathered that he had earlier injured himself in a violent fight, and that was how the nurse came into the situation. He survived by his wife Omowumi Aloba and their son Liam. Next up is TB Joshua. Temitope Balogun Joshua, popularly known as TB Joshua, was a charismatic pastor and tele-evangelist who founded the Synagogue Church of All Nations. His healings and deliverance services, broadcasted live on Emmanuel TV, was the talk of every Nigerian home. But unfortunately, we lost this great man of God on June 5th, 2021 after one of his evening services at the Synagogue Church of All Nations in Lagos. He reportedly went to bed after that service, and by morning, his wife alerted the church of his death. This sad incident occurred just 1 week prior to his 58th birthday. His death was a huge blow to Nigeria and a blow to religious tourism, especially in Nigeria. He is survived by his wife Evelyn Joshua and 3 children. Next is John Okafor. John Okafor rose to fame 2 decades ago in the film Mr. Ebu, which became his career-long nickname. He was known for his comic roles in movies, and his performances were always regarded as top-notch. Regrettably, we lost this rare gem on 2nd March 2024. He initially battled with constant clotting of blood in his leg, which the hospital confirmed was an infection of the arteries at the ankle, and that led to the amputation of the infected leg because it was not detected early enough. And while recovering at Evercare Hospital in Lekki, he passed away after suffering a cardiac arrest. He is survived by his wife and children. Dare Adeboye is next on the list and was a Nigerian pastor and son of the well-known Daddy G.O. of Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye. He slept in the Lord on the 4th of May 2021 after he conducted a Bible study service that Tuesday evening. He reportedly went to sleep that night, and by the next morning, his wife found his body lifeless. He is survived by his wife and 3 children. Next up is Ada Jesus. Mercy Mesoma Obi, popularly known as Ada Jesus, was a Nigerian actress and comedian who was well known for her comedy skits in Igbo language on Instagram and Facebook. She passed away on 21 April 2021 after battling with kidney disease. She had suffered a cardiac arrest the night before and was rushed to the intensive care unit of Zenith Medical and Kidney Center in Abuja, where the doctors monitored her, and the following morning she was pronounced dead. She is survived by her family and well-wishers. Next is Dede One. Dede One was a talented Nollywood comic actor and a stand-up comedian. He was well received by Nollywood fans due to his unique way of cracking his audience up. Sad to say, his comedic touches in films ended in December 2015 after he slumped while performing at an event in Aba due to complications of hypertension. He was rushed to a nearby hospital and was confirmed dead on arrival. He is survived by wife, children, and family. Next up is Ada Ameh. Ada Ameh was a Nigerian actress who spent more than 2 decades in the Nigerian movie industry. She wormed her way into the hearts of Nigerians with her role in The Johnsons and forever left an indelible mark. Unfortunately, her exploits in the industry were cut short on Sunday, July 17, 2022 after she collapsed at a friend's house in Warri, Delta State. But prior to the incident, she had suffered from mental health issues when she lost her only daughter in 2020. Next up, we have Chinedu Bernard. Chinedu Bernard was a vibrant Nollywood actress who delivered remarkable performances in every movie she starred in. She tragically passed away in April 2022 after she slumped while cleaning the chapel chapel of St. Leo the Great Catholic Church inside Federal Housing in Enugu. She is survived by family and well-wishers. Next up is Loco Efe. Loco Efe was a Nigerian actor and film director. He is well known for his comedic roles in movies, which leaves a lasting impression on the audience. But regrettably, Nollywood lost his veteran truck of laughter in August 2011 at his hotel room in Owerri, Imo State. He had finished conversing with his colleagues the previous night before retiring to bed, and the next morning, his lifeless body was found on a chair in the hotel room with Ventolin inhalers beside him. Probably he had struggled with asthma before giving up the ghost. He survived by 6 children. Next is Geraldine Ekeocha. Geraldine was an Hollywood actress who always depicted motherhood perfectly in movies. Sadly, her mother, Tonique on the screen, was lost in September 4th, 2011. She died in the theater room after battling with fibroid for years and decided to undergo a surgery. She survived by 6 girls and a son. Next up is MC Loph. Nwaozo Obiajulu, popularly known as MC Loph, was a Nigerian Igbo rapper who rose to fame with his remix single of Osadebe's hit song Osundi Owendi, which featured Flavor Nabania. He tragically died in September 2011 in a car accident along the Benin-Ore Road. According to eyewitness, MC Loph ran into a pothole, lost control of his Ford Durango SUV, skidded and somersaulted into a ditch, and before help could reach him, he had already passed away. From the reports gathered, he was heading to Enugu State for his traditional wedding before the accident occurred. He survived by his fiancée Nkiru and their son, Eneh. Pete was a Nigerian actor and was well known for his fatherly and kingly role in movies and was one of the pioneers of the video era of Nollywood. Painfully, his jolly days came to an end in November 2012. He died a few days after he had one of his legs amputated due to an infection. He survived by his family and friends. Enebeli Elebuwa is next to the list. He was a Nigerian actor well known for his role as a chief in most Nollywood films. He also brought in his A-list game while starring as a dreadful politician. Sadly, this iconic actor passed away in December 4th, 2012 in an Indian hospital after battling with a major stroke for over a year. He survived by his wife Jennifer and 3 daughters. Alright guys, before we continue with the rest of the video, please give us a thumbs up, like this video and subscribe to our channel to always keep up on interesting updates about your favorite celebrities. Next up is Justus Esiri. Justus was a Nigerian actor widely known as Village Headmaster due to his stellar performance in the popular Nigerian Television Authority TV series The Village Headmaster. He had taken up so many other roles in movies but unfortunately slipped off the big screen in February 2013 after battling diabetes for years. He died in a hospital in Lagos and is survived by his wife Mrs. Onyeka Esiri, 6 children and grandchildren. Next up is Muna Obiekwa. Muna always gave us wonderful on-screen performances, either playing a campus student or a lover boy. He appeared in numerous Nollywood films before his unfortunate demise in January 2015. He had prior to that time battled with kidney failure that was triggered by high blood pressure, possibly caused by stress. Muna is survived by his family and friends. Next is Martin Njubuigbo, popularly known as Elder Maya. He was an Hollywood actor who shed light on native doctors in movies. His small stature stood him out, but sadly, he passed away in December 2016 after a long battle with a liver disease. He is survived by his wife and kids. Prince James Uche is next on our list. Prince James was always serving us hot on the screen, playing either a native doctor or a convenient ritualist. He starred in numerous Nollywood films and regrettably, his career came to an end in March 2017 after a long fight with kidney ailment. He was actually on his way to carry out his routine dialysis in the private hospital in Lagos when he died. He is survived by his children and wife. Emilia Dike is next on our list. Emilia was well known for her PT roles in movies. She always starred as that village widow that was always being maltreated. She passed away sadly in May 2020 at a movie location in Enugu after she slumped. She is survived by her husband and children. Next is Lawson Maduike, who always portrayed that quiet king that does not need stress in his life, or that politician who would go any length for a selfish interest. His ride in the industry unfortunately came to an end on 9th January 2021 after he complained of body pain and went to sleep. Sadly, that was how Lawson went to sleep forever. He is survived by his wife and children. Next up is Bruno Iwuoha. Bruno is an Hollywood actor popularly known for his fatherly roles in movies. He always made fatherhood feel so beautiful with his remarkable performances. But tragically, Nollywood lost this icon in April 2021 after a prolonged battle with diabetes. He died in the hospital and is survived by his wife and 6 children. Next up is Rachel Oniga. Rachel is an Hollywood actress well known for her dramatic role in movies. She often gave off that overambitious mother vibe in every film she features in. Tragically, Nollywood lost her mother touch on July 30th, 2021 after she battled with a heart-related ailment. She died in the hospital and is survived by 3 children, grandchildren, as well as other family members. Next, we have Ernest Asuzu. Ernest Asuzu was always taking up enthusiastic son roles in movies, and sometimes he starred as that caring friend who would move mountains. He sadly passed away in January 2021 after a prolonged stroke-related ailment amid personal problems that kept him out of the limelight. He survived by his wife and 2 children. Next up is Mezie. Leo was a vibrant Nigerian actor who effortlessly delivered the lover boy roles in movies and sometimes added a little touch of a bad boy. He regrettably passed away in Abuja in May 2022 while recovering from a kidney transplant. He survived by his family and friends. The next is Chinedu Nwadike. Chinedu was a Nollywood actor best known for for his song God of Vengeance. He released several other hit gospel songs, but sad to say, Chinedu died in March 2022 after battling kidney disease at Zenith Medical and Kidney Center, Abuja. He was also diagnosed of blood cancer, popularly known as leukemia, and the weight, too heavy on a single man, took his life. He is survived by his wife Dora Chinedu Nwadike and 3 children. Next is Sent Obi. Sent was well known for his versatility in movies, from playing a politician to playing a rich kid and even a detective. Unfortunately, Sent Obi died on 7th May 2023 after battling an undisclosed illness for several months with no successful treatment. He allegedly died in his sister's house in Jos. He is survived by his wife Lydia Sentuwafo and their 3 children. Goldie Harvey is next on our list. Her real name was Susan Oluwabimpe Filani, who went by the stage name Goldie Harvey, and she was a Nigerian professional singer and a Big Brother Africa star. She released 2 successful singles before her unfortunate demise in February 2013. She had returned home to Nigeria from the 2013 Grammy Awards in Los Angeles, California, and had complained of a headache before she was rushed to a hospital where she was later pronounced dead. According to the autopsy conducted on her, Harvey died of a hypertensive heart disease. She is survived by her father, stepmother, and numerous siblings. Kefee Obareki Donmomo is next on our list. She was a Nigerian gospel singer and composer and released several successful albums, and when we were beginning to love her the most, death took her away in June 2014. She died of lung failure at a hospital in Los Angeles, California after being in a coma for 15 days. She is survived by her husband Teddy Donmomo, her family, and friends. Oladapo Olaitan, also known as Dagrin, is next on our list. He was a Nigerian rapper who was well recognized for paving the way for indigenous rap in Nigeria. He is widely considered one of the greatest Nigerian rappers of all time. His unfortunate demise occurred in April 22, 2010 after 8 days in a coma as a result of a car crash. He is survived by his wife, children, and other family members. Next is Dablix Osha. Oniyide Aziz was a Nigerian singer and composer who became famous for his single No Feelings. He sadly passed away in November 2022 after complaining of stomach pain and was rushed to the hospital. From reports gathered, he died weeks after he released a song titled Pray We Live Long, where he claimed his mother dreamt he died. So sad it became a reality. He is survived by his family and loved ones. Next is Rev Stephen Akinola, who was a well-known Nigerian pastor and the founder of Redemption Ministries worldwide. This great man of God passed on June 6, 2021 after undergoing a kidney transplant. The shocking news of his death came barely 24 hours after his colleague TB Joshua had passed on. He is survived by his wife, children, and grandchildren. And last on the list is Eric Arubayi. Eric Arubayi was a popular worship leader at the House on the Rock Church in Lagos State. He rose to fame as a finalist at the West African Idols in 2007, and since then, his exploits in God's kingdom continued, but it was sadly brought to an end in February 2017 after he took a malaria medication that had expired, and this triggered his liver ailment, and afterwards, he rushed to Delta State University Teaching Hospital where he finally gave up the ghost. He is survived by his wife Chinonso and his son. And that's it, guys. We've come to the end of this video. Let us know in the comment section which of these celebrities you missed the most. I'll catch you guys in the next video.